Ninja. Hello, people. Welcome to an episode of Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. It's going to be Project Ninja if you didn't guess. Alright, first things first. Where have I been? I got a job, and I work for River City Restorations in the Sacramento area. And what we do primarily is go to these homeowners associations and repair dry rot damage on homes. So that's what I've been doing. But today I got to do some work on the old Ninja of Doom. I should have grabbed a flashlight. Let me go grab a flashlight. Okay, got the flashlight. Flashing the flashlight. I need to replace my rear brakes. The other day on the way home, I was stomping on it and see this discoloration right here that I'm pointing at on the inside. That's because they were grinding into that. And I've also noticed on the ends, it's got like this little lip. See how the light stops on it, kinda, instead of going over it? You can kind of see it there, I guess. Maybe you don't. Joe and I did an episode of Project Lowrider back in the day, and to save $40, what we do is you get a file, sit it on there, and spin the back wheel. So for that, I will need to put it on said jack stand for motorcycle edge over there, the red thing. To get the brake off, it's really easy. You just take out that hex bolt, and that hex bolt, and the shoe comes right off. Right off. Sorry about the light, it's kind of late. But I would rather be up late and have brakes than no brakes. I've been riding the fronts pretty hard. And by the way, this tire that I got, that I showed you guys in the last episode, it's a kick-ass tire. This pattern right here, at first it's kind of squirrely and it makes you want to turn, even when you don't want to. But it's a good tire, so I highly recommend it. Anyway, got the parts. Show them to the people. EBC brakes. Double H. Whatever, I called it in, told them what I had, and they ordered it. So, because I got them from a Yamaha place. They're just close, even though this is a Kawasaki. They sell their parts, so who cares? So I'm going to put it on. Down there. Of Doom. Put the strobe on it. I hate that techno stuff. New pads. See the shape? They're actually stacked, okay? Facing opposing directions. But for packaging purposes, that's how they look. Okay? Okay, you see? These are the ones that came out of mine. There is no way that shape or that shape is coming out of that. See the difference here? The dick gave me the wrong parts, man. Idiot. Oh. So now I gotta take these back and order other parts, because he's stupid. But what I did was ground the chunks out of that. That's why you're seeing shiny. Same there. Took where it's all chunk. And then I resurfaced the back pad, just using a flap disc, just smoothed it out. And then I'm going to put them back on. And then I'm going to Teflon this up, since I'm not using the back brake, but just the slight pressure of it from the piston pushing on it, it's causing that wear. And I know the Teflon will stay in there and keep it lubed, that way it won't eat it up while I got to ride. Because I have to go to work, man. That's the way it is. So, gonna put it on. Joe came out and I showed him the brake differences, the shapes. You know, this thing kind of looks like Nebraska or something. And then you have these, which are like hoop-dee-dee-hoop. It's like a U. Does that look like a U to you? That's the back side, and then that other one is the side that goes in by the rim. It's an odd brake setup, and I was telling Joe I gotta put it back on because I can't disconnect this, and he came up with an idea, didn't you, Brother Joe?
Just take the bolt out of the banjo and run a bolt and a nut through each side with the copper washer, and when you tighten it down, it gives the hydraulic fluid nowhere to go. And then take it off. Ta-da!
Yeah, and then just tighten down the brake to the armature, the brake line. You follow what he's saying? I don't know if I like that idea, man. Because what if I accidentally step on it and then it leaks?
And what if a car pulls out in front of you and all you have is front brakes?
That's all I have right now. I'm not using the back brakes.
Right. So, yeah. And if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. And what if?
You're saying shut up and just do it anyway?
I mean, you ain't got no choice, right? Right.
Oh, I do. I could put the pads on and just
put
grease
the pads back
this.
on, and they're gonna rattle back and forth no matter how much grease you got. When you're driving from here to Nebraska, it's gonna get hot, and then it's gonna warp.
Yeah.
You just keep thinking.
I like his idea. I'm tired and sweaty, and I don't care, so I'm gonna try it, and then just take the caliper off. Off, because the parts guys are cocksuckers at the Yamaha place.
Fit. You ought to look up online. Go on EBC.
How is that gonna fit to this? There's no way, dude. This one slides over this plunger thing right here.
We'll be able to see.
See, it slides over that. Dude, I'm telling you, it doesn't go in. And this center pin goes right through the middle to hold it on there. There's nothing else to hold that there because that's the wrong shit. I already had it off. Look, I'll take it off right now and I'll show you. So Joe's idea turned out to be good. We just totally got rid of the brake, shoe, caliper, whatever. Sorry, I'm pissed that they gave me the wrong part. And then to make it easier, we just took out the brake line that went to it. It had another setup like the other one did. So it just came off. And there it sits till I get a new part. Because I don't want to incur any more damage. Just downshift and front brakes. As motorcycles, 90% or 80% of the braking power is up front. And I can downshift, so I'm not sweating it. I've been riding like that for 2 days, so that's what I gotta do. They withhold my first week's check, and then they pay bi-weekly, so I don't get a check for 3 weeks. So I gotta really watch what the hell I'm doing. How am I getting all these scratches on the side? What the hell, man? Scratchy, I don't like it. I have to paint you. We're back at it. Now, a couple days have elapsed. I am super sore. But here's the brakes from EBC. Here's the part number. And I have to put the caliper back on the brake shoe. Whatever. The squeezy thing. And hook up the brake line. See, that's where we took it out on the other one. I listen to my neighbors yell at each other. It's entertaining me. Got the parts on the counter. I'm going to screw it back on and I'll take you along for the ride. First thing is first. This is the retainer that this portion of the brake pad goes over. And then it just kind of sits on the springs and floats in there. The springs are right here. Right here. That's for the back side. And for the front side, they're here and here. But there's this little retaining pin. I'm going to try to pop it off without flinging it. Sweet. And then you pull the bolt out. Now, a lot of these new bikes, this is how they come out. In fact, you can just tip it and it comes out. But don't lose that little clippy thing. And then I gotta remember which side they went on, because I don't recall anything at all. And I didn't tape it because I'm an idiot. I believe this one goes in the back, but I gotta get it over this. Which it shoves back. I believe somewhere it did. There it goes. It was all the way back, so I'm screwed. It's kind of hard to get it on there, but I will wiggle it, finagle it, whatever I got to do to get it on. Follow what I'm saying? So I'm going to try to figure out and remember which way these went on, and then I'll show you. Okay, so I remembered first thing you got to do is shove down the brake piston. And then after that, if it gives you any crap and it doesn't want to go in, just grab like a clamp of sorts or like a big set of pliers and give it a squeeze. Just don't mar it up. This one goes towards the back and it kind of fits in like a puzzle piece. There's like little grooves and junk for it to go in. See? Click, pop. Each of those corners go in there to stabilize it. And then this guy will go through. But I gotta get it over this, which... hook it over there. And then we kind of jiggle it around. And it sits on its springs. And then you put the thing in here. I can get it through the hole. Maybe I should spit on it. Make sure my hole's lined up. And then I put the pin back in. Then I put it over the brake caliper, shoe, caliper, shoe. But I can't film that, so I'm just gonna put this back in because I need both hands to do it. Just make sure that your brake shoes are in their little springy positions, or they're gonna give you problems. And then all you do is you tighten it down with these two bolts. Sorry, it's hitting it, so I gotta move it back. But you'll figure it out. It's what the shoe rides on, man. It's just a bracket. Just a bracket. Now, if you take this to the shop, they're gonna charge you an arm, a leg, and a chicken. But if you do it yourself, it's only 35 bucks for the shoes. And the reason I wasn't sweating the back ones, this has one caliper. The front has two, and they're a lot bigger. That's why motorcycles have 80% of their stopping power in the front, because they're dual brakes. So instead of just the back was 35 on that one, this one would be 70 bucks because there's two of them. So, and these are more like the newer brakes, the ones in the front. This bike's a 2007, so this was the only year that this bike was made, and then they went to the 636. This was the prototype. Apparently somebody made one that beat it, so they made a better one. So now for the brake hose, brake line, which goes in here, and you saw that before. It goes up this, through that, up over the top to the master cylinder where this bolt lies. Now, it's not real important to show you that stuff, but I'll show you when I'm done. Joe showed up. He's in the sun, though, and we're bleeding the brakes. Pump, 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 hold, twist off the screw.
Yeah, do it slow so it doesn't squirt on you. You want to keep going till you get no air bubbles coming out the line.
This piece. I was trying to do it by myself, but it sure is a lot easier when someone's giving you a hand.
I'm gonna get one of those self-bleeding ones. Air bubbles.
No.
Yeah, there was air bubbles.
I'm sore. His hand gets in the way every time.
Getting closer.
But you keep doing that, and you keep an eye on your level, and watch getting the brake fluid on any of your paint like I've been doing, because it normally will just take your paint right off.
Pills.
It pills. You look tired.
I'm worn out, man.
Me too. I'm glad it's Friday.
Okay.
Anyway, we're going to keep pumping. Now, I'll tell you something. I don't know what, but I'll tell you. My stupid mistake of the day, it clearly says on top of this, which you can't read, it says use .4 only. Which I came over here, I grabbed this because it was just sitting here and I didn't see. I had some little ones up on the shelf or something somewhere days ago. It says .3. So Joe had to say to me, dude, what'd you dump in there? He's all, way to go, idiot. It says .4 right on the top. So
.3 will eat the rubber out of a .4 system. You can use .4 in a .3 system, but you can't use 4 or 3 in a 4 system.
Why?
Because it eats the rubber.
The rubber in the diaphragm and the master cylinder.
Well,
up in here.
It's not only in there, but the rubber's not set up. If it's a .4 system, it's got rubber that's meant for only .4. That's why they post .4 only.
Yeah, so read your cap, man. Don't do what I did and just dump whatever in there.
Yeah.
You see, I made a mistake.
Specified fluids in every thing. Everything.
Or it screws it up.
If it says 5W30 on your car motor and you put 1540 in it, you're gonna ruin it. It's just do what you're told.
Trust him on this because he's been working with hydraulic systems for like 5-6 years now, so he kind of knows what he's talking about. I mean, it may work for you, and the angels may save you from the wrath.
It may work for a week, but I'm telling you, if you put .3 in a .4 system, it will dissolve and stop working within 6 to 8 months.
What I did is I dumped everything out of the master cylinder, took out the banjo bolts, and totally took the caliper back off, dumped it out, and then we flushed the master cylinder twice. So it's got the right fluid in it now. Just don't screw up. Alright, my freaky nut and bolt twisters. That's all I got to show you. I am tired, exhausted, but I'm eager to start my weekend. I'm going to sleep, or maybe do something fun. Never know. Might get bored. Hope this stuff is helpful, and if you need to resurface your calipers, go to the Bethel Brothers Hot Rod Lowrider Edition and watch that. I just showed you this one, but we've already done it, so you just have to go watch that one. Make me 2 cents for Google. Alright, people, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in and watching Bethel Brothers Hot Rod. Peace out, babies.